20 millimeters of tooth. Hollow inside, barely a third of it was solid bone. No enamel, no dentine, no tooth tissue of any kind. So what was growing out of this bird's jaw? And why was it shaped like a tooth? Look at any bird alive today. Not one of them has a tooth. Roughly 9,900 species, and birds account for 94% of every toothless land vertebrate on Earth. Teeth were lost deep in the past, and they never came back. Except twice. Once in a group of extinct Hawaiian ducks, which grew blunt, bony bumps. And once in this family, which grew spikes shaped almost exactly like teeth. Antoine Louchar's own research is on how birds lost teeth in the first place, which makes the obvious question his. What were these actually made of? 3 jaw fragments dug by Denis Gerards from a Moroccan cliff. Al-Ukhlam, 2.5 million years old. Louchar's team sectioned them. No dentine, no enamel, no join. The bone ran from jaw into spike. These were not teeth in a jaw. They were the jaw. So when did they grow? Run your tongue along your own teeth, solid all the way down. These were the opposite. Each large spike was an empty cone, floored by a thin plate of bone, pierced by a hole under 2 millimeters, opening into the jaw's hollow inside. 2 patches of bone were being dissolved away, one hollowing the jaw, one hollowing the spike, and that thin plate still stands between them. It could not have survived both at once, so the spike hollowed late. The whole timeline rests on one plate of bone that happened not to dissolve. One juvenile pseudo-tooth jaw exists, an Eocene species, Luteto-Dontopteryx. Its big spikes are fully grown. Its small ones have not appeared. The reason sits in the joint. Zusi and Warheit described a hinge partway along each half of the lower jaw, a true lubricated joint, and no bony seam holding the 2 halves together at the front. That jaw could bow outward. Big prey could pass through. But a jaw built to flex is a jaw that cannot grip. The spikes were the fix, and the fix had a problem. Here is where it stops making sense. The walls of these spikes are parallel fibered bone, only moderately mineralized, soft on the surface, shot through with blood canals. De Bouffrenil's sections show no wear on a structure whose only job was holding a struggling fish. Paper ketahe ye pseudo-teeth ek necessary adaptation the. The team's answer is a keratin sheath. But keratin hardens only after the spike beneath it stops growing. So the beak did not work until late. Most of what we know about this animal came from 3 fragments of jaw and a microscope. That is the whole evidence base. Every week this channel goes back to the primary papers and works out what the fossils can and cannot say. No nest, no egg. No juvenile Pelagornis has ever been found. The conclusion that its chicks could not feed themselves rests on 3 jaw fragments, probably from one adult bird. Louchar's team said so themselves. Not yet verifiable.